Hey Stampers, I'm here today to show you this fun watercolor technique using just a clear block and your markers. Let's get started. So what I'm going to do is use the retiring in color markers. And there's a reason that I'm using these colors, which I will show you at the end of this video, so you want to stay tuned. So I'm just taking my marker and I'm going across the block here and just drawing a stripe. I started with strawberry slush. Now I'm going to come in with crisp cantaloupe, and notice that I'm actually going to go up into the strawberry slush with my cantaloupe. Then I'm going to wipe it off on my grid paper because I don't want the colors actually mixing on my marker. Now I'm going to take my baked brown sugar and do the same thing. I'm going all the way out to the edge. There's no rhyme or reason preciseness to this. I'm just laying down the color. Okay, now I'm coming in with my pistachio pudding, mixing it up there a little bit on the baked brown sugar. This technique also works really well with bright colored markers, and then you can use the background that you come up with. It will almost look like a sunset. Okay, so here we go. I've got all my colors down. Now, here's the fun part. I'm going to take just a piece of our watercolor paper and some plain old water in one of my mist bottles, and I'm going to just spray a little bit of water on there. I don't want to drench it. I just want to get enough water so it will blend. Then I'm going to turn over my block where I have put those color bands. Then I'm going to pick my marker up, and you'll notice this is what I get. Now, on this particular one, I want a little more color over on this side. So what I'm going to do is just take my aqua pen here, go back and pull some of that color off of my block. And then I'm just going to paint it on here, wipe off the color, and then I'm going to just pick up a little bit of my next color, which was the cantaloupe, and there's a little bit of the baked brown sugar on there, which is just fine. I'm going to go to the bottom now and pick up my cantaloupe, my coastal cabana, and then I'm going to pick up some of that pistachio pudding. And last but not least, a little bit of that baked brown sugar. Okay, so see that fun background? Isn't that cool? Now let me just bring in my card once again and show you what I use to do the stamping. I use the Hostess set from the Occasions catalog, Time to Celebrate. And I just use some Stays on Black ink to put down my image and my greeting. Let me show you just really quickly how I did that. I think this is a neat trick. So I'm picking the cake from that same stamp set and the Time to Celebrate. I'm going to just sort of lay them out where I think I'm going to want them to be when I stamp. Then I'm just going to press down, and they're both on the block. Then what I'll do is I'll open up my Stays On ink, and you want to use the Stays On since we've used water. If we use regular ink, it will bleed, and we don't want that. And we didn't want that either, but no worries. We can just push it right back on here. I usually use some snail to attach that, and the snail's in the other room. So what I'm going to do, instead of picking it up, is I will just take my paper And I'll stamp it right on top of that, and you'll... Okay, well, sorry about that. The video camera battery ran out at a most inopportune time. What I was going to show you was I put my cake and my sentiment here, and since it kept falling off, I just took my watercolor paper with my background, just press lightly here to transfer it, and this is what it came up with. So there's my cake and my greeting, and here was the original card again. Now, what I wanted to tell you about was the reason I used these retiring in colors. I wanted to lead into some exciting news for you. While the 2013-2015 colors are all leaving, Stampin' Up! Has a brand new set of colors. And guess what? If you can be one of the first 63, you can get them from me for free. How, you might ask? Well, there's going to be a link at the end of this video to a blog post, and if you just pop on over that, you'll get all the scoop. Thanks for watching.